Hi, this is Kathy Rainey. I'm the Sports Medicine Director for St. Stephen's Episcopal School. Over the last couple of years, I have been involved with educating both athletes and day and boarding students regarding nutritional issues. Today, we have invited Jessica Smosna, a registered dietitian, to come and address some of the topics that have come up over the last few years to give more professional, nutrition-specific answers to the questions that we keep hearing. So without further ado, let's begin. Today's topics include topics related to athletes, healthy eating habits, and issues that are specific to boarding students. So today we're going to start with athletes as our first subject. One of the questions I hear frequently, Jessica, is if I am an athlete, for example, a cross-country runner, soccer player, a distance athlete, how do I know how much to eat in order to stay in energy balance? And you might have to also explain what is energy balance and why do students want to be in that? And what does it mean?
So, and that's a hard one to answer because every body is different, right? And so, especially, girls are going to have different calorie needs than boys. When we think of calories, I like to think that food is more than calories, it's information. So yes, it's important to, know kind of a caloric range, and there are general ranges for athletes. So individuals who are like 11 to 14 years old, typically for males, will aim for around like 2,500 calories, and females maybe 2,200 calories. Obviously, the type of exercise and the duration of the runs or practices, all of that is going to factor into that. But I do think it's important for individuals to consume a pretty steady amount of calories on a regular basis, not necessarily counting and noting, oh my gosh, I burned like 200 extra calories today. I need to eat totally different than I did yesterday. And so when you talk about like that energy balance, we think about a lot of times calories in, calories out. But in my opinion, it's way more than that, because food is more than calories, it's information. So when I think about, fueling and nourishing our body at for optimal performance and just for overall health, which is something that we should be thinking about at any age, we want to be mindful of, are you giving your body a strong, healthy message, or are you giving your body this message of alarm, right? Is your body screaming at you? And so when we're consuming, whole real foods through ingredients that you can recognize, one of my rules of thumb is if you look at an ingredient list and you can't recognize or pronounce it, don't expect your body to. So when we think about, consuming those whole real foods, our body is going to be able to heal and repair and build our muscles much more beneficially than if we're just focusing on calories and saying, okay, I got 2,200 calories in, and I didn't eat really any color in my intake, right? Or there were no vegetables or fruit or quality fats, like it was more processed items or packaged things. And so it's a really hard question to kind of answer, I guess, with one specific like number. But I do think it's really important for individuals to be in tune with their body and to recognize, are you feeling really sore? Are you noticing weight loss? Are you feeling like you're not gaining muscle, you're not getting stronger? For a cross-country runner, has your endurance changed? Are you feeling, fatigue, more fatigued than normal? Has your sleep disrupted? For girls, have you missed your period, or are you not getting your period regularly? Or maybe you haven't had your period yet and you're, 14, 15 years old. Those are all really important factors that it's our body telling us, hey, maybe I do need additional nutrients and I do need additional calories. And hopefully, through these questions, we'll kind of talk about what that would look like. But I think there are general ranges, again, for men or for boys doing like 2,500 calories, girls 2,200 calories. And then as we get older, sometimes we need additional, but it's a very general number. And I think it really comes down to recognizing how is your performance, how is your energy, your sleep, all of that, because food is fuel. And so if you don't feel like you have adequate energy, that's a huge indicator that you need to bump it up a little bit more. And if you're feeling really slow, it could also be that maybe you're not consuming the right kinds of foods. So it's listening to the body.
So for athletes, and in general, but particularly athletes, it's listening to your body. If you're fatigued, if you're getting headaches, if you don't feel well, if you're having difficulty sleeping or maybe sleeping more, if you have things like lack of a period for females, if you're getting stress fractures, or your legs are hurting more than normal, if you can't perform at the level that you want, those are all key indicators that they are not getting enough energy in terms of calories or the right types of foods for the amount that they're training. Correct. And so it's about listening to their body in order to get, and if they feel good, they're probably getting enough calories. Yes?
Yeah, I would say so. And it's interesting, we always want to improve upon ourselves, right? And to get to that next level and to see if we can, make ourselves better, right? Even if we're at like where we think, okay, I'm a top performer right now, still, how can we improve upon that? And so how can we get better nutrients in and tweak things and continue to fine tune? And so even if we are feeling great with all of it, there's always still things that we can improve upon. But I do think that if you're feeling good overall, then generally speaking, you're probably fueling and nourishing your body in a beneficial way.
Great. Athletes are always asking